Hello, Olo. Welcome to another edition, another fantastic moment, another chance to get it right. It is See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me. All of those in favor of me being here saying aye, all opposed have the same right. Thank you. I'm excited today, man. I am in the building, man. It's another day. Tuesday, it's not just for tacos. There's got to be another reason for Tuesday. When we really think about it, tacos are just Spanish sandwiches. It's got to be more. It's got to be more. But we'll talk about that in a few minutes, man. If this is your first time hearing this, you are about to experience something so cold. If you are a returning viewer, man, thank you so much for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. And the first thing we do on this show is we just get out here, we just speak to people. You know, I think that's important to do. If I ain't sleeping with you, I'm speaking with you. That is important to do. You got to get out there and speak to people. Stop being rude all your life. You can take a few moments just to say hi. And it may be a southern thing. I know the further up north you go, the less they speak. But here, we speaking to people. That's what we finna do. And the first three people, of course, get the distinction, the honor of having their own medals. So that's what we're gonna go out here and do. Coming in today, getting the bronze medal is Crystal Tasty Pinell. Good morning. And look right there, getting the silver, Tina Hernandez. Tina Hernandez. That's how we're gonna say it. Tina Hernandez. And winning the gold this morning is Lynette Smith. Good way to win. You add a little something extra with the smiley face on the end. That's the effort that gets you put over the top. And then let's go down here. Also, here's Dolores Lewis. Good morning, Dolores. Franita, tasty. Wilberta's here to keep us all in check. The warden, Wilberta the warden, is in the building. Katrina Lawanda Wood, huh? Oh, one Lawanda with a little white sunshine at the end. Princess Tamika is in the building. Crystal Sex Appeal. Courtney Weston Murphy, the pride of North Carolina, is in the building. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, everybody that's here on this terrific Tuesday. A terrific Tuesday. A heck of a day. Heck of a day to be alive. Now, today is Tuesday, and it's a talk about a Tuesday. I generally don't have anything to talk about today. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I've got nothing. I'm just here so that I don't get fired. I've got absolutely nothing. The well has run dry. I think after 200 to 300 episodes of this show, it hasn't been 300 because that would be a whole year. But after a whole lot of episodes of this show, I finally hit rock bottom. I finally hit the point where I have absolutely nothing to talk about. Where I don't know what to do anymore. And y'all can be judgmental all you want to, but it's Tuesday. So talk about it Tuesday, and I've got nothing to talk about. I am a complete oxymoron. I got to talk about it Tuesday with nothing to talk about. I mean, I could choose all kinds of things to talk about. I could go through my current health struggles, which aren't even struggles. They just whatever I'm doing with my life. Good morning, Sidvina. I can go through some of the things that have made this very difficult. I could make this a moment of openness and just talk about the fact that I need food. It's Taco Tuesday, and I can't even look forward to tacos. And we can discuss that. We can discuss how I need food. How we can discuss that a healthy diet is the worst diet. We could talk about that, but I'm gonna choose not to. We can talk about the fact that my diet consists of anything that's delicious. Don't eat it. If it's delicious, leave it alone. And that's the hardest part. You're not allowed to eat anything delicious. I had last night probably the most boring meal I've ever had in my entire life. The most boring meal ever. Salmon and sweet peas. I didn't even add anything else. I had some corn in the freezer. I didn't feel like cooking it. I didn't have a potato, didn't have any starch. All I know is that when you trying to be healthy, the rule is if it's delicious, don't eat it. And people gonna try to tell you all kinds of stuff. Try the vegan foods. The vegan food, nope. If it's good, if it tastes good, you can't have it. And La Shonda says, the peas. They were at least sweet peas. And then you look at it and you see what eating healthy is turning you into. I'm a grown man sitting at home late night putting peas in my mouth. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. You've turned me into a prostitute. I'm just sitting in here putting fish and peas in my mouth. And y'all can call them nasty, but guess what? They quote unquote healthy. You can't put nothing on them because you're trying to stay low sodium. So you can't even add a little salt to make them better. Just take this pea, just take this raw pea. I felt dirty afterwards. I sat in the shower, just cried. Because I sat there all night taking raw pea. You don't want that. You don't want that. And depending on what they get, listen, it's the fact that not only do sweet peas have a different consistency, you got to look at them. That's right. You heard me, Denzel. I got to the point where I had to put raw pea in my mouth. And there's nothing positive about it. And you got to look at it, and depending on life, man, are you getting young peas or old peas? Because the peas, they end up being just like a sack. They small and they green. Sometimes you can get them smooth and round. Last night, I got some good ones. They were good, smooth, and round. But when you get like the Del Monte, or if you get them canned, they've been sitting in that juice all the time. See, that's the problem, Monica. If you get them all wrinkled, that means they've been in that can, sitting in that pea juice, or what I like to call PP. They've been sitting in that PP, and they get all wrinkled up, and you just seeing they all wrinkled and old. And then what do? You just put them in your mouth. And here go LaWanda talking about how healthy they are. Sure they healthy. Sure they healthy, LaWanda. It's not the point about it being healthy. That's the problem. All the food that's healthy tastes terrible. Lisa said you could have cut up a sweet potato and roasted it. Would have been yummy with the salmon. I agree, Lisa. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You're absolutely right. Didn't have one. I'm out of sweet potatoes. I need to go grocery shopping. Last night was a healthy struggle meal. I went through the refrigerator and the cabinet, and I found nothing but space. The final frontier. I had nothing in there. It got so bad last night that I resorted to eating saltine crackers and water. I was in prison last night. Last night was a bad night for me. It was definitely a case of the Mondays. Last night was a bad night for me. I was in my house, eating crackers, drinking water, and raw pea in my mouth. And that's it. I was in prison. And pretty much every night in Sing Sing. Every night in Sing Sing, same thing. You're getting crackers and water and having to avoid the raw pea. They don't even really have meals for sweet peas to make sweet peas better. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not one of the people who hates sweet peas. Of course, I don't hate them because I purchased them. But you start looking at your healthy food choices, you got stuff that just don't have any taste. People be like, get yourself some cauliflower. Cauliflower is so bland, it could be anything. Cauliflower could be just a vegetable. It could be wings. It can be pizza crust. It don't matter what you do with cauliflower. They just make it. Cauliflower is just out there. It don't have a taste. And people are like, oh, cauliflower is amazing. People try to tell me to eat what's them little green things with the big nut in the middle. Avocados. Avocados are horrible. They're horrible. Let's just be honest, people. Y'all eat avocados because it feel like it makes you fancy. Avocados have no taste. I can eat this box of crayons and it tastes just like avocado. You're like, you gotta love avocado because it takes on the flavor of anything you put in it. So what do I need avocado for? You gotta put so much stuff in avocado to make it delicious. You can call Yolanda, I don't care what you call you. You can call avocados amazing all you want to. They not. You ain't never sat around and just been like, you know what, I won't give me a slice of that avocado. No. You got to do too much to avocado. Avocado is that ugly woman that you meet in the club. She done put on all this makeup. She done put on fake hair or fake body parts. And when you get down to the basics, avocado, you ain't want it. That's the thing with avocado. When you get in there and you done met avocado while you was drunk in the club and it was dark, and when you see what avocado really is, you realize you don't want it. You bake the sweet potato, saute some vegetables and grill some chicken and placed all of it in the sweet potato, and it was delicious. Okay, so that's supposed to make me feel better. That's another thing. You don't want to be dieting around black people. The black people gonna try to make you feel better by telling you they live better than you did. Your meal was delicious. I'm happy for you. My meal was a struggle. And I've had more struggle meals eating healthy than when I wasn't eating healthy. There was a time where I could just run to McDonald's and get myself a double quarter pounder with cheese and live life. You know how delicious that was? You say what you want. That grease, fat, and cheese all got together, and it became a wonderful time. Not anymore. Now I'm in here eating salmon. I don't even know what's on today's menu. I don't even know. Probably something else disgusting. And y'all throwing in stuff that just ain't good. Roasted salmon, roasted carrots, stuffed the salmon. Stuff it with what? Do I put my meat in the fish? Do I put more meat in it? Y'all gonna talk about stuff it. I can't eat dairy, so I can't put no cream cheese in there. What am I stuffing it with? Unhealthy food is what you want. I knew it. Here it go. Cream cheese and spinach. That doesn't sound delicious either. Cream cheese. And Tam, it's not that you making a meal, and I appreciate you making a meal. Here's the problem with it. I appreciate you doing what you're doing. And anybody who ever offers me a meal, Tam is a very good friend of mine. She might well name herself Jeremiah and be a bullfrog, because she's a good friend of mine. And there you go, Roberta. Stuff the salmon with crab meat. So now you're trying to kill me, because I got this whole shellfish allergy. If I eat the crab meat, I just die. But you know what? I would die happy and delicious. Sometimes I say, I'd be all right. I'll take it. And my salmon usually is very tasty. I love salmon. I go to Kroger, and Kroger, I pretend like I'm fishing. I go in there and get a whole bunch of the Kroger. I get a big slab of salmon. I just like the way, this is going to be funny. I just like the way she slapped my meat in there, you know? I make salmon bites all the time. Listen, I eat so much salmon. There isn't no way that y'all could tell me to eat salmon that I haven't had salmon. I've had so much salmon. I've had so many sweet potatoes. Then I learned that you can put the sweet potatoes in the air fryer. I go in there, wash the potato off good, and then to show my anger, I stab the potato. You know, I just get right on in there. Stab it, because I'm angry that I have to eat a sweet potato. So I'm stabbing it. Michael Myers. Then I rub it down. Now that's the best part about it, because it gets a little sensual. You know, you take the potato and you say, okay, and then I call it a yam. And so now I get to rub the yams down with oil. So I rub the oil on the yam. That's the best part. That's the best part of it. I take a little bit, just a little bit of Evo. I get extra virgin olive oil because it reminds me of my life. Extra virgin olive oil reminds me of my life. So I rub it down real quick. Rub that down with some extra virgin olive oil. You know, you got to make up to the potato. After you stab it, you got to come back and in. Or you can say I poke it and then I rub it down. Whichever way makes you feel more comfortable. Then I slap the potato in the air fryer for 40 minutes and walk off, you know. And it's a perfect example of what men do to women all the time. You hit it, you rub it down, and then you walk off for about an hour. That's what you do. You hit it, you rub it down, and you walk off about an hour. Perfect. It's perfect. It's a perfect way to do it. And you get in there, rub it down, and the sweet potato comes out. And I do say the sugars of the sweet potato start to little ooze out a little bit when you get finished with it. It's good. You can come in that jank cut. It's gonna be so soft and it's gonna be right. And then you get to the point of your life where you figure out, what do I do now? Because sweet potatoes are healthy. And sweet potatoes are healthy. Now you got to go add stuff to make it delicious. Do I put in some cinnamon, some sugar, some butter? Or do I just go in and just say, get it here? Don't say nothing, just give it here. Most times I just come on in. I might put a little bit of unsalted butter in there, but most of the times I just go in. Marche was like, do you eat turkey? Here's the thing, I enjoy turkey. I enjoy turkey. Anything that fly. Just give me whatever. Turkey, chicken, buzzard, pigeon, squirrel, whatever it is. You throw all that stuff in there and give it here. But here's the problem. I'm supposed to be staying away from processed foods. So stay away from processed foods. Y'all ain't talking about change up your protein. There's only about 2 proteins I can eat a day. And Lakeisha, it's okay that you don't like sweet potatoes. It's all right. But then you got to get turkey. They just ain't got turkey everywhere. You know, turkey take all day to make. You got to rotisserie a turkey for 7 years. Turkey is the most difficult bird to cook in the whole world. The skin is super thick, but it's delicious. That's the best part of it. Skin super thick, but it's delicious. So now I done gone through, listen, here's my rotation of foods. Here's my rotation of proteins. I had me some chicken. Need some more chicken. Then I throw salmon in. Then I go back to chicken. Then I have more chicken. Then I throw in some salmon. If I get frisky, I'll go 2 salmons in a row. And there now and again, I might throw in a regular piece of fish. And then y'all gonna tear fish up, so I can't even eat tilapia because everybody gonna be like, tilapia ain't even a real food. It's just a lot. I just want tacos. I just want some tacos. Let me get tacos. And then here's the thing about when I get tacos, I can't even get a real taco. When I get some tacos, I'm putting chicken in there. I'm scraping it up. I'm shredding it, is what they call it. I can't eat shrimp. Shrimp will kill me. Shrimp will kill me. And see, the blackened, you start saying, well, they got a blackened salmon. Well, it's going to defeat the purpose. I know Sam's, I don't know what Sam's putting in it. That's the other part. When you start to go out, you say, okay, I'm going to go out to eat, but you don't know what they putting in it. When you at home, not saying that they putting crack cocaine or anything in the food, but all I'm saying is when you start to go out and they start seasoning it, they over season. So you don't know what kind of seasonings they put in there. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Eating healthy is not what you want. So I ain't gonna lie to you. Yesterday, I almost gave up. You know, I was just like, I'm not gonna do this no more. I went and bought the biggest slice of pizza I could find. Give it all to me. Put pork on it. Put everything on there. I was on the ledge. I was on the ledge yesterday. I was out with my daughter. We were out perusing the streets of downtown Norfolk. And I said to her, I said, daughter, she said, Dad. Well, she calls me Papa. She's like, Papa? And I was like, we finna go get a slice of pizza. And not just any slice of pizza, Benny D'Amato's pizza. I got a slice of Benny D'Amato's pizza. That slice of pizza was about this big. It's so big, they got to put it on 2 plates. I did it. I did it. Now, see, Roberta, I don't know what I did it. And I'm gonna have to walk 7 miles today, but I did it. I gave up yesterday. I gave in. I see how crackheads go back to crack. I see how heroin addicts do it. Now I don't know, Roberta, what you asking me about that. I keep telling you I'm a virgin. Then you're gonna go ask me if I've had some red snapper or some mahi mahi. I'm not. I watch other people. I know everybody else out there getting that red snapper. Huh? I know Marche out there giving that red snapper up in the morning. She letting that man get a little bit of that mahi mahi. Huh? Ain't nothing better than going to ask a woman for a little taste of her mahi mahi. Let me get a little bit of that mahi mahi. Huh? Some of your red snapper. No, that ain't me. I'm a virgin. I stay away from the red snapper and the mahi mahi. Oh, mezza. So mezza is one of those what they call a Mediterranean, one of those Mediterranean restaurants, and those are good. I go to Cava. Cava has become one of my favorite restaurants. Cava, Cava. One of my favorite restaurants is Mediterranean based. But Cava also, listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna lose weight by going to Cava because they cost you an arm and a leg. Eating healthy costs too much. Shit was like, try you some jackfruit and oyster mushrooms, and I'm all for it. But guess what? They also don't taste like nothing. Jackfruit is avocado. Jackfruit is disgusting by itself. You got to eat jackfruit. You got to put so much makeup on that jackfruit to make it taste like anything. It's ridiculous. Same thing with oyster mushrooms. But I go to Cava. I'm going to lose an arm and a leg going to Cava. It's just difficult. It's hard out here for a pimp. Eating healthy ain't the way to go. The society ain't made for you to eat healthy. Society ain't made for you to eat healthy. I can go get me a biggie bag from Wendy's. Fries, nuggets, sandwich, soda, cookies, toy, frosted, everything for $4.99, $5. You can't even think about a salad for under 10. Wendy's is cheap. Cava costs you everything because Cava's using good stuff. You even go in the Chipolati. I'll go to Chipolati and the Chip Hotel. I'll go to Chip Hotel and they high. And then at Chip Hotel, you got to tell them so many times to give you what you want. Chip Hotel got they give you a whole big bowl for them to give you 3 grains of rice. And I got to go in and get the brown rice. I get it because it's healthier. But then I got to ask you to give me a little more. Can I get a little more rice? It's still a lot of cardboard under there. I'm still looking at cardboard. Chip Hotel should give you enough rice that you can't see the bottom no more. You shouldn't be able to see the bottom of that little bowl. If I still see brown, put something down. I'm just telling you, Chip Hotel. And then you move down to your protein, and it seems like they pull out a smaller spoon. What you got all that spoon for if you ain't gonna get in there? I need you to do the wobble. I need you to get in there. They come skimming across the top. It's like their arms get shorter when they get to the protein. They don't care about them beans. They'll slide right on in on them beans, and I'll get both. I'll get black and I'll get pinto. When they do that scoop for the beans, they where they going with the bean scoop. Ha! Get it out a little bit, slap it on in. They don't care about that bean scoop. When they get to your protein, how do we go from yeah to yeah? I need you to give me my protein with the same vigor you give me them beans. I want you to have that same enthusiasm as when they putting sour cream on stuff. You ever seen when they put the sour cream? First of all, I'm not about sour cream. I'm not no sir. Not putting that white cream in my mouth. Not doing it. I don't eat sour cream. But the way that they slap that sour cream on there, it's crazy. You got to fight for your life at Chip Hotel. And then I guess you got Moe's, which is just a cheaper version of Chip Hotel. They think they special because they give out 75 different types of salsa. That salsa been sitting there all day, man. I don't want it. I don't need it. And I could have talked about all that today. But I could have discussed all of the struggles. Just for you to start losing a little weight and people of African American descent to talk bad about you behind your back. That's all they doing. They talk bad about you behind your back. They wait on you. They tell you look good in your face. You looking good. Getting that weight off you, you're looking good. Then they get behind your back and talk about how you on crack with AIDS. That's what they do. Black people won't let you lose weight. They won't do it. You can't do it around them. If you've been fat, you better maintain your chunkification. That's just how they treat you. It's hard out here. It's very difficult. Look at that. They just be making up stuff for you to have out here in these streets. That was it. I could have talked about all that, but I'm not. Those would have been all great things to talk about, but I'm not. I'm going to go in there when I leave here, eat me some oatmeal. Stay regular. You know, I get in there, I eat the oatmeal. And there's the other thing about eating healthy. And I'm going to say it because somebody needs to know before they try to make a healthy food decision journey. You make yourself a healthy food decision journey and you ain't gonna have no more free time. And it ain't because you exercising all the time. It's because you gonna stay in that restroom. The better you eat, the more you discreet. You gotta let it go. I stay on the throne. I'm gonna go in there and eat this oatmeal. That oatmeal is gonna activate everything in my stomach and I'm gonna be gone. You drink water like you supposed to, ain't nothing but trips to the bathroom. That's why I get all my steps in. Going to the bathroom. The better you eat, the more you excrete. Cause you're gonna be going. You're gonna be going. You start eating all that greenery and that roughage, and you in there. You in there. It's gonna come out of there. What up, Ron? What I believe to be the best athletic director in the country, Ronald Cavler, also a fantastic fisherman, and just a good friend. Just a good friend. This is a guy that I can call. You gotta have people who have experienced some of the things that you're starting to experience. I think that's a key. Find you some people, whatever it is that you're doing in your life, whether it be a weight loss journey, whether it's raising kids, anything. Find you somebody who's already been through some of the things that you're about to go through. And it helps. Experience is the best teacher. It doesn't have to be your experience, it can be somebody else's. And Ron has helped me on many occasions dealing with having a daughter. That's all you want. So you find somebody who's been through it. You start eating healthy though, man. You lose a lot of quality time. I ain't slept a night in forever. I pee so much at night I thought I had diabetes. I did. That's how much I be peeing. I pee so much at night I thought I had the diabeticals. I almost cut my own foot off. But then I realized I'm drinking 6 gallons of water a day. And I realized also that I don't drink smart. So now this is the morning time. I ain't gonna drink nothing all morning. I'll drink a little cup of water when I go ahead and take my medicine. I might drink something with breakfast. And then noon will come and I might have a couple of sips of some water. But then once it becomes nighttime, once it becomes after 5, I'm a fish. Oh, I'm drinking that whole gallon, 2-3 gallons of water after 5. I drink all my water after 5. Man, I ain't doing nothing but drinking at night. When I'm at home watching the television or whatever, drink up. All drinks on me. Then I go lay down, and my bladder says to me, hey man, it's gotta go. We can't hold it. Don't sleep, Delisa. I'm in the bathroom all night. I've gotten to the point now that I can sleep while peeing. Stand right there and pee sleep. If it won't, I'm gonna invent. Y'all may think this is weird, but I'm gonna invent it. I'm gonna invent a hole in the bed. Find you something, a hole in the bed that you can just roll over and you can just pee, and it just goes into a little chamber, and you empty it out in the morning. That way you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Just sleep with no pants on. That way you be like, oh man, I gotta pee. And you just roll. You just roll and go. The roll and go bed. The roll and go bed. And everybody tells you to do a detox. Everybody like, do a detox, do a detox. Man, toxify me. Leave these toxins in here. Because the detox ain't nothing but a whole bunch of beet juices and I'll be all right. You ain't gonna do nothing but see foods you ain't seen since you ate them. No, not a bedpan. How would it work for women? That's a good point, Mr. Johnson. How would it work for women? You got to watch women because women pee like feral animals. That woman pee comes out weird. Woman pee comes. That's how they mark territory when they pee. So I guess they can't do it. I guess it's just for men. Gigi, we don't have anything to talk about. I was telling everybody I could talk about this healthy eating and all this kind of stuff, but I decided not to. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna leave that to somebody else. Woman pee is ridiculous. That's why I appreciate women who's scared to pee freely. Fellas, if you ever meet a woman and she turn that water faucet on when she go pee, she's a wild peer. If she come in and turn that faucet on first, she gonna lie and say because she can't go without the sound of water, but she just trying to cover up the fact that her pee sound like 1,000 snakes. And Marche said you can control the stream. I didn't know you could. As a man, you got the water hose, so you can control where it goes. The woman's spray just comes out. I don't even know. Now this is out. Now when you talk about how did we get here? I don't know. Y'all using Kegels and stuff to get it together. I'm warming the water up. Yeah, you ain't finna go into surgery. What you got to warm the water up? You ain't going into surgery after you wash your hands. She trying to cover that pee sound up. She don't want you to hear that she pee like a feral mongoose. That's all she's doing. And we could talk about that too, but we're not gonna do it. We could talk about women being more difficult than men. I mean, we could talk about a lot of stuff, but we're not gonna do it. We talked about how hard it is to eat healthy. Healthiness is not next to holiness. You gotta realize, and it's the last thing. This is the last thing, and I want y'all to think about this in the future. Y'all don't think about how hard it is for your friend that are trying to eat healthy to even hang with you. You can't. You want to hang with your regular friends, and they going out to wild restaurants and all kinds of stuff, and they just ordering the menu. They just get places. Let me get the sirloin. You know what? Top that sirloin with another sirloin, and then put some cheese on it. Throw in some gravy, probably a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and then put some mushrooms on top of it. There's some onions, some green peppers. Put all that in there. Then top that with a shrimp. Matter of fact, top it with 4 shrimp. Yeah. My sides. Y'all got steak fries? Y'all do? But can y'all make my steak fries out of like a real steak? Yeah, I love that. Give me that. Then give me the white potato and a sweet potato. Butter, cheese, yep. Give me all of that. Then more of these rolls. Yeah, and give me those. Then a side of rice. Make it as white as possible. Give me some racism rice. The whitest rice you could find. Yeah, give me that. Then give me 3 alcoholic drinks and a soda. Yeah. Yeah, that's all for me. Then they be like, what you gonna have? You be like, let me get 3 carrot sticks and some celery. That's what you gotta eat. Look at Sean. I'm gonna eat a pork rib in front of my vegan friends. Look at Gigi. That's what I had last night. See? And it's hard. So when we get out around y'all and y'all eating right regular, it's hard for us to maintain. I'll have your house salad. Can you just add some chicken and hold the cheese? It's hard. It's so very difficult because y'all eating, and then the summer's coming. Oh, the summertime is coming, and now y'all gonna start. Listen, if you want to start getting invited to cookouts, decide to eat healthy. When I decided to start eating healthy, I got invited to all kinds of cookouts everywhere. And man, come on to cookouts, man. All we making is brisket. We had brisket. We had pork sausages, beef sausages. We're gonna have a pork beef sausage. That's gonna be great. This all we have: hamburgers, hot dogs, and there's all stuff you ain't supposed to be eating. And you can't go in there and be like, well, are you gonna have any healthy options? Are you gonna be making any? You gonna be making any hot dogs out of carrots? It's dumb. It's dumb is what it is. You know how hard it is to be the healthy eating person at a cookout? It sucks. That's what it does. And you got to keep going over to the corner, act like you being social. People like, you ain't gonna eat? No, I'm okay. It's stupid. All right. And then when you work in the industry that I work in, they always trying to feed you. Everywhere you go, they trying to feed you. You go do a banquet, we got a plate for you. And you try to be polite, be like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. No, you need to eat something. Old women also, because I like to deal with the elderly women. I like to deal with women of some age on them. I like to deal with a woman with some age on her. They don't believe in you not eating. Older women don't believe in you not eating. Older women, you got to eat around them. Miss Mildred and Miss Barbara and them, they want you eating. They want you to be eating. Man spanks. And see, I don't even know where to find those, but I might have to do it. I might have got to give me a shaping garment, and that's it. I'm fake it until you make it. It might be the move for me. But I ain't gonna talk about none of that today, man. I don't have nothing to talk about on this Tuesday. All I know is I want a taco. I do. I want to talk taco. Y'all have a fantastic day, man. Let this Tuesday be amazing for you, man. We've already mastered Monday. Let's just continue it in Tuesday. Let's double up. Let's do the Tuesday double up. Whatever we did positive on yesterday, let's double it today. Let's do twice as much of it today. Let's just go ahead in there and make it work. I think we can do it, man. I think we can universally do it. And if we can keep spreading this positivity, man, doing good things, I think we'll change the world a little bit. I think we can spread this. If we can make it contagious. If COVID can go from person to person in the heartbeat, imagine what positivity can do. Let's test positive for positivity. And then Eva Tay just putting up a whole bunch of tacos. All right, it's time for me to go. I deserve better friends. Cheryl says I can make you some vegan food and you will love it. All right. I mean, everybody says that. It's probably gonna be disgusting. All right, I'm out. You trained your taste buds to like it. No, I can't do it. I'm out. It's an awkward pause.